All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gatherers of all ages, I'm back and I'm grinding to the top of the gathering leaderboard. You already know it. Now, I was on my way to a very specific zone, but on the way out here, we found a rare wisp, so, you know, we can't pass up on it. Kind of abrupt, but, let's get into it and see if it's T7. Fingers crossed. And it sure is. Let's go. Now, the grizzly bear is not a great mount for the mists, but we're locking it in anyway. Now, this is a fame grind. My starting fame is 26,706,520. So let's see if we can get that to the 26.8 rollover, which would be 750. And for those of you out there tracking my ranking, keeping an eye on how I'm going, I am 4,841st place in the entire server, so we are climbing those rankings. That's getting higher and higher every day. So even though it does not show red like it does for the health, the Grizzly's armor is reduced. It's obviously it's capped at 120. I think normally it's in like the 300s. So, like I said, Grizzly is not a mist mount. We are just seizing an opportunity of an enchanted mist and happen to be on the Grizzly mount. There is somebody ahead of me. Yep, there they are. I don't want to deal with them. Get a little bit of this T5 hide as well. I mean, I might as well. It killed it. Don't want it to go to waste. Fighting a bear, it sounds like. They dismounted up there. What do they got? They got invis pots. I do have to keep an eye out. I'm not particularly near an exit, which is not good for me. But if they do run up on me, I shouldn't be over encumbered. So I should be able to take advantage of my mobility on the carving sword. Now I'll explain it like I always do. The reason that you see me mounting and then dismounting between each tick is if I dismount and there is a player nearby, even if they're invisible, I will get an audio-visual alert. So a sound will go off, as well as an exclamation point going off above my head, and my abilities will go on a 5-second cooldown. So those 3 signs will tell me if there's a player nearby, even if they're invisible. Sometimes even if I can't see their name tag, but they're just close enough, it'll still go off and give me that early warning. Genuinely, I was not intending for there to be, like, for this to be a mist run, but like I said in the beginning, you know, you can't sleep on where the profit is. As a gatherer, our goal is to get those resources and make that money. And you can't lock yourself into any one biome. You can't say, I only do open world, or I only do Roads of Avalon. because then you're leaving all these other options and all this other potential on the table, and that's not going to be profitable. So, for instance, if I never go into the mists, even when I see enchanted mists, imagine how much T7, imagine how much T8 I'm passing up on just because I never want to go into the mists. Another really good benefit of the mists is the mist is probably going to be one of the most reliable places you can get vast quantities of T7, but also T8. T8 is going to be the mists are going to be the most reliable source for T8. Yes, you can find them in the roads, but not that often. And yes, you could find it in the BZ, but I mean, how often do you actually reliably find tier 8 nodes untouched or even remotely available in the open world? So the mists are going to be amazing, and for my purposes, you know, I need to spec up my T7 and I need to spec up my T8, because the faster I can gather those, the more fame I can bring in, and the higher up that leaderboard I can go. Ooh, this is purple. Fingers crossed. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. Okay. Well, it gave me something. My guild needs these, so these are very important. And then I'll use those for myself. Now, it's a good rule of thumb to always prioritize gathering enchanted nodes or mobs or enchanted resources when you see them, because you truly don't know when it's going to disenchant or when that enchant cycle is going to change. So 6-1, 7 flat, same tier, same fame. So I prioritize the enchanted one because who knows when that could disenchant from a 0.1 to a flat. So this mist is starting to close. Now, because being in the mist is not my priority, it's not my intent, I'm going to let the mist close. I'm going to continue searching for just T7 materials, but if I come across an enchanted wisp, I will not pass it up, because, again, we go as gatherers where the profit is. that was another gatherer. At this stage of the mist, they're probably roaming, trying to find another mist themselves. Now, lucky for me, they didn't get the 7.1, so delicious. Well, when in Rome, that's free tree right here. And I've got about 36 seconds left in this mist. So, as you can see, it's getting a little bit hard to see. It's getting a little bit hard to navigate. Typically, what I'll end up doing is I'll just keep running until I can't see anymore, and then I'll just stand completely still. That's unfortunate. I won't be able to get that without getting tagged by those mobs. That just sucks. But now that I'm back out to the open world, I'm going to head to the initial zone that I actually want it to get to. So let's get there real quick. All right, I've made it out here. Now, at the time of this recording, tomorrow is going to be a very special day. So my guild, Gathering Civilization, will have our very first hideout out here in this zone. We are very, very excited. So by the time you guys see this video, Meltwater Delta should be the home of Gathering Civilization HQ. Very excited. I'm very proud of my guild. This is a big moment for us. So, yeah. Hopefully everything goes well, which I expect it to. And then we'll be out here. And that is another rare wisp. Let's let's jump into it. More T7 is never a bad thing. It has been really, really good. And it is a tier 7, so we are going to work it. Now this is a greater mist. Rumor has it that because a greater wisp is specifically meant for duos, there is higher resource density. So let me know in the comments down below if you want to see me do a same session comparison between a greater mist and a regular wisp, and I can do that out of Breck, so that way we can get that accurate side by side. But let me know in the comments if you'd want to see that, see how much I can make in either one. This one's locked for another 50 seconds. So maybe I'll hang around, see if it opens up to anything good. Last one was purple, but it also was kind of bad. This one's blue. Okay. Let's see what this one gives. Fingers crossed. All right. Well, at least I get stuff for the guild. At least I get stuff for my guild. Possibly another gatherer. Pork pie, invis pot, miner boots, Fort Sterling cape. Set up like another gatherer, and you'll kind of learn what they look like as you play a little bit more. That guy's obviously a gatherer, full gathering gear, Fort Sterling cape, dual swords for escape. And he's on his little T5 lizard. And we will try the T5 lizard when I get to it in the tier list. That damn bat. Yeah, when I get to it in the tier list testing, we will give the tier 5 lizard a try. I honestly have heard good things about it from both my gatherer friends and my ganker friends. So we'll see how it plays out. This tree should fill up the, yeah, oh, it'll definitely fill up this tome for me. Boom. Easy. Gotta watch out for this, Morgana mommy over here. Oh, please don't get any closer. And I'm going to pop another pie, and we'll go until this mist closes, which shouldn't be too much longer, but we're going to take full advantage of it. Full stacks of stone is nice, but what I want is more ore, because my ore journal is super close to filling up. That would have filled it up so nice. Damn. And that's what we needed. Oh, yeah. Next up to fill is this fiber journal. This should give it to us right here. And now with this mist closing, we'll work it the rest of the way through and then head back to Safe Portal so we can profit, basically. So that was the proximity alert. We heard it. There was a little exclamation point above my head, but then you saw my abilities also go on cooldown. So for anybody who hasn't seen it before, here's another example right there. Actually not seeing the exclamation point. I wonder if they changed that. We still get the audio and we still get the cooldown though. Oh, yes. Okay, well, sounds like somebody followed me on Twitch, so whoever that was, thank you very much. As you can see, it's getting a little bit hard to see the surrounding areas. I should be able to get one tick of this before it boots me, though. And now, we just head back to Fort Sterling. Goodbye, once in future hideout zone. 6-1 wood way up there. You know what? I'm gonna go for that 6-1 wood treasure. I'm greedy. Be better than me. Do not be greedy like I am. No, somebody got it. Right as I got here. Let's see if we can see the name of the thief. Well, whoever it was, they got it and got away. Alright, well, I'm going to head back to Fort Sterling Portal now so we can depot see how much money we made and how much fame I got. Gotta climb those ranks. Alright, made it back nice and safe. I'm on Fort Sterling, our guild island. So let's first see how much profit. Let's put away tools, unfilled journals, and let's see the things I will not be selling to get full profit. In less than 45 minutes, we made 1,596,655. So again, I repeat, less than 45 minutes. Powers of the enchanted wisps. I'm not even going to credit any of that to the open world, right? Bless the zone I'm putting my hideout in, but that was all enchanted mists, ladies and gentlemen. 1.6 million in less than 45 minutes. Easy, easy, easy. But, you know, we are trying to climb those ranks, so let's see how much fame. We started with 26,706,520, and we are ending with 26,706,520. 745,692. So not quite what I wanted. Let me get that into a calculator properly. Let me see. 26,745,692. So less than 5,000 short of the goal, which was 26.8. But we did, in less than 45 minutes, make 39,172 fame. So getting me up there. I'll probably end up, once it updates, close to just under 26.8. So maybe I'm around 4830, between 4825, 4830. Not a bad spot to be. We're getting up there. And once we get that hideout down in the new zone, we're just going to be flying. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and check out the playlist I have here on screen, because it has all the other videos of me doing this grinding. And if you want to see me do the whatchamacallit, I'm blanking on the word. If you want to see me field test different gathering mounts, check out this latest video here. It's the first in the series. Thank you all so much. I will see you guys next time.